Hello, everybody. Today, I would like to discuss another very important topic for my spirituality. Is about the leaders of the caste. This is a very important topic because the castes are disappearing and vanishing throughout the world in many political systems and in many countries. So it is important to know about the cast and about the leaders of the cast. It is very important to know about them for our futures. So, who and what is a leader of the cast? Well, a leader of the cast is a person who has been born into the junior district where humans live with their republics and democracies without kings, gods, and saints. So, they have been born into a human life, actually, and they have to face human hardships and human difficulties while growing up in their life experiences. And even in their 20s and 30s, they are still humans in the junior district. And around them, their whole life, beyond their homes, their, their home with their families, or their family, that is, there lives a group of gods, actually, who look like humans. There's some kind of a vampire god, actually. And the Sri Lankan Sinhalese word for this kind of god is called Yaka or Yaksha. Okay, so those people are his community out there in the world, in his town and in his state. And they actually work on a type of fundraiser to help him eventually see the senior district, to see heaven. They are wealthy and affluent, and they go around as socialites, buying products and seeing films and going to restaurants. And they spend their money to work on a fundraiser uh, beyond his knowledge, usually, that human beings' knowledge, to actually enable him to fully see heaven. So while this is all going on, while he is growing up and those yakas are working on their fundraiser, then and he is living with his family. Perhaps he has gone to school and gotten a job, or gone to college and gotten a job. Then, like he is being videotaped by Yaka surveillance. Those gods, those low gods, called Yakas, they carry out a type of movie making surveillance around him. And with the movie making surveillance, they make these massive Bollywood films that last many years, actually. And the gods, they actually view these films after they are made. They are some kind of Bollywood film, or from Hollywood, even. They make these year long films about his life experiences and what he faces as a human being in his life in the junior district. So that is to help him become famous as a leader of the caste, actually, is to boost his reputation. So once he goes to heaven, that is. So then, in his mid 30s, they eventually try to free the human being from the junior district. The leader of the caste, who has been suffering as a human being, they try to free him. And household deities, household gods who are invisible to the human being, they actually administer the drug LSD, a type of hallucinogen, to the human being without him seeing it take place. And then um, he eventually experiences the LSD, not having seen himself ingest it. And he starts to become divine, and he becomes fully magical, and his eyesight becomes completely purified. And eventually, after the trip, he sees heaven fully, and he sees the senior district. So, um, which is also all around us. We just cannot see it. The junior district is a type of like reality based on blindness. Actually, that is what it is. So, um, then once he goes to heaven as a complete leader of the caste, then he usually gets married to girls under the age of 18, between the ages of 11 and 17, and he has children with them, and then having had kids, their descendants eventually go on to found the caste, actually. The caste order of heaven in India. Uh, so that actually is the truth about who the leaders of the caste are. They are a very important group of people who are heavenly statesmen, and they in the early section of their life they suffered as human beings, often without much wealth, just a certain level of it, a small level of wealth, and then they left the junior district. They became divine, having been given the LSD by the gods, and then they eventually become uh, some kind of god, actually, a leader of the caste. They themselves become yakas, actually. They become yakshas. They become some kind of vampire god. So, the key thing is that, like, while they were in the junior district, they suffered so much as humans. Many people have faced racism or reverse racism, and like it is true that the Yakus they videotaped and made the movie about his life over the years, and that also is very graphic. Is kind of inhumane, but they did it ultimately to save his life. Whoever the leader of the cast would be, and eventually the fundraiser pays off. The movie is made, and then that person he leaves the junior district and goes to heaven, the senior district, where he experiences opulence and wealth and uh, no lack of freedom. He has full freedom, and he's also a married man. So I learned about all this in my spirituality, and I wanted to share it with you because the leaders of the caste they helped found heaven's caste system, and acknowledging that such people exist and that they do such things, uh, even in America somewhere perhaps, or throughout the world. Um, is what a senior district and junior district is. So it is important to sort of review the truth, which is what my TikTok is about. We review the truth about at least my spirituality, and we try to face the cold, hard facts, actually, here. So, by sharing them with other people. So, that is the topic that I want to discuss with you. I appreciate you for listening to me and not being too bothered or anything. So, like, just remember that the leaders of the caste they suffered so much as human beings, had tough lives and stuff, but eventually they were set free and saw heaven happily. So then they went and founded heaven in heaven's caste system. Thank you for listening to my video, and I appreciate you listening. I wish you a very wonderful day. Thank you and good day.